Hey everyone, Paul Daniels here again. Okay, last night I built this USB 3 switch and I had hoped on the second revision I would beat my trend, as it were, that I need 3 revisions to get these boards right, and unfortunately I didn't. So what we've got a problem with is that the track routing for the USB 3 side, basically the dual differential pair, they are meant to be crossed over, going between B socket and A socket. The problem was with my Eagle software circuit board parts, I mixed up the type A and type B using the same schematic outline. So as a consequence, they didn't have different configuration. So anyway, so as a result I did these in parallel, when in reality it's meant to be crossed over. So what we're going to have to do, just to confirm that, because I don't want to respin another board and not have this confirmed, the only reason I didn't retry this manually with the first version was I couldn't in any way do the swap over due to the way that the pins for the ground and power were configured. It just wasn't going to work out no matter what I did. But with this one I can do the crossover and hopefully it should all work. So obviously the first thing I've got to do is cut these tracks, and then we'll wire in some replacements. So hopefully it shouldn't be too much trouble. I can do it with 32 gauge wire wrap wire. Just a little bit fiddly, but it's not too bad. And to cut the tracks, I'm just going to use my micro Dremel, which is extremely handy. Actually, I picked this up for about $100 at Bunnings, a little bit less actually. Very useful. I've had other Dremels in the past, but this one by far is the most useful for me in the workshop. So now I have to put up with a bit of noise. If you're wondering, yeah, I'm wearing glasses. Alright, let's make nice quick work of that. Shouldn't be any risk of accidental crossovers now. I'm just reaching for my wire wrap. This, I think I've had this for close to 25 years now and I've barely used any of it. I had a blue one as well and I don't know where that's gone, unfortunately. I'm a bit sad about that because I actually had that longer. I had that since I was 12 years old, so that's 30 years. But what do you know? I guess these things sometimes just disappear. Sorry, I'm reaching around in my workshop here, but you can't really see what's going on. Alright. I wonder if I've got solderable enamel wire there. I got this back in 1990, I think. It's actually no, not this one. I was thinking of something else. Sorry. One of my first jobs straight out of school was actually with the school. They wanted me to rewire all their physics department resonance test demonstrators. But basically it was just a resistor coil capacitor. Their old ones are broken down. They just need someone to make a new set. And so I put all this wire to make up my own large coils and everything. It actually worked out pretty good. I was pretty happy about that too, so obviously it's got me a job. I'm just going to test to see if this is actually a solderable enamel, I don't know. Scratch, 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 scratch. Use stick. Starting to think it's not. I mean, it's etched off, but it's... I'm not so confident about that. Just gonna put a bit of flux there so I can fiddle around. Oop, hope that doesn't upset the camera. Nah, it's not. No. Let's go to the wire wrap, and we'll just have to be a little bit delicate with this. It's actually going to be pretty difficult now that I think about it, because I don't have the magnifying lens here, because it's above the camera right now. If I bring it down, I'm not going to see anything. So it's going to get messy. So look at these two. On the inside. Oops. That's that one. I'm going to leave a fair bit of slack in these. Wonder if I can just see if I can salt through that. I used to have a nice little stripper for these wire wraps. Stripper and cutter. I have no idea where it's gone. Long since lost it. Because a lot of the stuff I bought back when wire wrap was actually a fairly usable option, rather than soldering everything. It was nice because you could do your wire wrap, and then when you finish with the parts or whatever, you just take the wire wrap off. So it saved a fair bit of money. I mean, this is a time when things like a 555 would cost you, I mean, it was a cheapish chip, but it was still a couple of bucks. And for a student, that was a fair chunk of change. What am I doing? Flux. I'm feeling a bit uncoordinated. My chair's too low. The joys of... Oops. The joys of YouTubing, eh? Yeah, here's the question. Which one did I solder on? Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's break it off. No, that is definitely not good. Let's... And you can probably see it better than I can. I can tell that it's bridged without even looking at it. There we go. Break off. There we go. Okay, so what was I saying about this being an easy job? Alright, trying to get the wick in. Maybe I need to just pre-cut the wire wrap to roughly what I want. Okay, well, at least that's cleared that up. The fun thing is, after all this, I won't be guaranteed that it even works. I'm just making a broad assumption based on what I thought was my mistake. Yeah. Okay. Cut. Man. Hey man. Amazing how it can be quite difficult to get the right. There we go. I probably should have left that one longer actually now that I think about it. Reason being is because I can just, wiggle, snap them off. The flux. I'm not even having to push any out of the tube, I'm just using what's already there. As I said, this is just to confirm the theory. And knowing myself, I will probably put this into production for a while. And maybe never. Ah, for goodness sake, I am not feeling coordinated today, I do apologise. I watch other people do this sort of thing on their videos and they're all over the place. And I'm like, come on, how hard can it be? It's easy, I've done that a million times. And now when it's my turn, it's just not happening. So, goes to show you shouldn't mock people. What's going on here? I am really missing magnifying glass, I'm sorry. Alright. Long runs this time. I'm just going to tilt this, hopefully it's still on camera. Just going to push that back. There you go. Is that better? That's a bit better. Add some excess solder for me to get onto. Need another pair of tweezers. Not that they're much good. Maybe a spatula. That's better. Do the brake off. So I can get my into there. Looks like we accidentally soldered ourselves onto another pin. Okay. Wick again. Right. Again, I'm gonna have to check all this after I'm done, because for the most part I'm going purely by feel here. Maybe I should get a pair of those 3 to 6 magnifying headset things. It's just they mess with everything else in your perception. What have I done here? No, I put that on the wrong one. Well, I'll still cut the next line there. That's flown off into cyberspace, but I see where it is. Alright, I'll get that one back. Come on. Gotcha. Yeah, this one is actually supposed to go to there. Add some more solder onto that. Slight lick of flux. Now to lift it up. And drop over here. It's actually rather elegant. Oh, those two went quick. Sorry about that. I don't know how much footage we lost there. I've really got to do something about this camera situation. It's killing me that I'm losing so much footage because the camera manufacturers don't want to lose or eat the video camera market. So the compact cameras are limited to 4 GB file sizes, and that's even if you've got NTFS or EXFAT. And beyond that, they're also limited to 29 minutes, 58 seconds or so. That apparently maybe also because they don't want to pay for the license fee to do further longer recordings with H.264. At least that's what I've heard and read. But I'll tell you what, it's a pain, because these compact cameras are actually really nice for doing this sort of YouTube work, because they're very low, or they're very small body size, and they don't take up a lot of room, and they can fit between like, let's see, we've got the board work here, and then we've got a camera up, what do you call it, lights directly above. Now if I had a normal video camera, there's no way that'd fit, there's just not enough room. Alrighty. Wow, that's a glorious mess. Okay, I'm just going to bring the magnifying glass down to have a look. Wow, that's just terrible. Well, it definitely looks terrible. But I guess it'll let me test it, and if this is a go, then I can respin the board. So I'm going to go over now to the computer and plug it in, and hopefully I'll actually see my USB 3 devices. If you're wondering, even with this bot chop job, so long as I actually only pass the USB 2 cable into the B socket side, or bread loaf as I call them, that'll be fine. It'll then just behave as a USB 2 device, and I can still use these perfectly normal. It's just, it'd be nice to sometimes have the USB 3 for the occasional time where the device is actually behaving reasonably and I can get the data off at the higher speed for moments. So I'll stop this and go plug it in and see how we go. Alright, so we've got our terminal up and running. I have syslog running in the background, and let's see if we plug in the device, it should show up. See if we can get the USB plugged in. Wrong way. There we go. Alright, power switch is running, and I have a USB 3 stick installed, so let's see, fingers crossed, if this works. And there we have it. We've got our 16 gigabyte USB 3 stick, and let's see. How do I know this is actually running USB 3? Not exactly sure, but I know before it wouldn't come up at all. Alright, right, now that we know what the problem is, we can fix it up and spin ourselves a new board. So basically we have to take this pair linked up to here, and this pair linked down to there. Now, silly mistakes you make. Minus to minus, plus to plus, minus to minus, plus to plus. Alright, let's switch over to the board. We can see here we're going to rip up the USB 2 ones as well, because we're going to have to route them again. And the ground. So let's see, we have to do one pair on each side. So I'll do this pair here on the bottom side now. So 10th hour trace, that'll be just fine. Yeah, and keep it close together since it's a differential pair. Alright. Probably should do the USB traces, the USB 2 traces as well, since we can fit those in. Might have to watch out that we don't crimp off the it's a ground drain from getting through. We'll see. Yeah, that looks ugly. Oops. Let's shift that. That. And bring. It looks like we've got a little drag there. Clean you up. It's bottom side. Let's do top side now. Top. There we go. And you can see we do a nice easy routing here. Again, let's keep it close for the differential pair. Alright. Now the fun part. We get the ground drain through. Let's look at both sides. So right, we might have to bring these pairs down a bit further so that I can what? I need to get it in this area here to do the veer. So knock it up to a 16th thou trace. See what I mean? I need to get up to about there. I'll just put that through now. It'll obviously clash, but at least it'll give us an idea of where we've got to go. Back to the bottom. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll push these traces up to there, and they'll let me drop these down a bit more. And it means I have to break. Easier if I rip these up. Okay. First thing we'll do is pull these down, and then at least once they're done we can route the USB 2 around without any problems. Alright, USB 2 time. Back down to 10 thou. Looks like we'll have to go on the outside here. Or do we? Let's just do this again. What? Did I rip up that whole thing? Undo, undo. I didn't want the whole thing gone. Go. Try that. It's good. Not as pretty as I wanted. Push that up. Push it down. There's a bit of inconsistency here between the gaps and the tracks. Not that it's super critical when it comes to USB 2. I mean, you don't want to make a mess of it, but like I said, it's not super critical. How are we looking? Well, we've got all our traces done. That's not what I wanted. Grab the middle. There we go. Okay. Alright, think we're good. So the whole board. We can send that off, get a new set done, and hopefully in about 2 or 3 weeks I'll be able to build another one. Yeah, I suppose we should change this name here to version 3. If I can do that right. Oh, for God's sake. What am I doing? Properties. There we go. Version 3. Apply. Yeah, that's everything. Thank you very much.